And welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. In order to fit this entire scene into one episode, which is limited to 10 minutes, I actually had to speed it up by about 5 or 6%. So if the music sounds a little funky, that's the reason why. Fortunately, it's not too fast that you can't read it or anything. Oh, Bart reminiscing about how he swiped the boat from the store and pushed it out into the lake filled with fireworks and then blew it up. Now it gets serious. Now he's got to deal with Gebler. The reason why he's doing this is because he understands that Gebler is a big threat here. Unfortunately, he can't do anything about Gebler until he gains his role back in ruling over Aveh. So now he's going to come up with a plan really quickly on how to deal with this. Well, yeah. So they're going to sneak in the Aveh, but they need all of the Gebler guard to be away. That way they don't get ambushed by reinforcements. Now there are 3 groups. One by Aveh, one by Nice, and then one between the Aveh and Gebler border. 3 different fleets, that is. Big issue is keeping the guards, keeping all of these fleets away from Aveh. So the Western Guard along Nison's border is just a small little observation kind of thing, keeping a watch on the Nison, because they don't really see them as too much of a threat, or at least not enough to warrant an entire fleet there. The 2 strongest fleets, one's guarding Aveh and one's at the border. What they're going to do is going to attack the Western Guards between Nisan and Aveh. Make it look like Gebler is attacking. Wants to use Nice as bait, actually. That seems like a very horrible thing to do. Especially since Nice is just a peaceful group of people. Saitan is course, he's a rational person. Doesn't really see things in human terms, but rather more analytical perspective, just like when they were looking at the painting of Sophia. Faye saw the person in the picture, and Doc saw the technique. That's a Kislev fleet there. They call him the Aveh Supreme Commander. They're talking about Vandercom. They called him the Aveh Supreme Commander. He was actually in charge of the Gebler units that were in Aveh, until he failed his mission to attack the pirate base and he was demoted and replaced by Ramses. Stubborn guy who intends to use big guns to defend instead of releasing gears like he should. So the man's actually been reducing the number of gears that are at the fleet, reducing its effectiveness, but he doesn't really have too much faith in gears. So from his perspective, he's doing the right thing, eliminating the dead weight. In reality, he's a moron. The Kislev border fleet is going to try to return the Blood during this whole thing. Now the pirates, Bart's crew, are going to have another group, a third group, is going to attack them during their retreat and slow them down, preventing them from getting back to the capital. A few gears, just enough to slow them down. The whole plan is they will attack the guards by the Aveh border, which will cause the guards by the fleet by Blood to respond and travel out there. Now, the border guards between Aveh and Kislev would try returning the Blood, but we're going to slow that down to prevent them from getting there, leaving Blood unguarded. You got that? And, surprise, shock and all, Faye is willing to go through with this. In fact, Faye will be taking the border guards. He'll be attacking the fleet between Aveh and Kislev. See, he's willing to do this. Because he's found a place to belong, and he feels like this is what he needs to do in order to belong with these people. Now, this is going to end rather abruptly. We are running out of time for this episode, so it's going to end pretty soon.